Hi guys, uh, I'm I'm the one who is going to help you and dig you out of the hole in which you were stuck for decades. So as we all know that studying is not always about studying harder. Sometimes it's about having everything you need in one place. So without wasting any time, I let me tell you a blockbuster which I have created. So I created Mindfull, a website designed to make learning more organized, interactive and genuinely enjoyable. And in this video, I am going to give you a quick tour of how it works. So, before I show you that what Mindful can actually do, let's start with the page you'll see the moment you open it. Yes, this isn't just a dashboard filled with numbers and buttons. Every section here has a purpose to help you understand your current state, recognize patterns, and choose what you need in that moment. So, take a closer look. At the right here, we have the how are you feeling right now mood board. And I wanted this to be the first thing you see because mindful isn't about blindly following a routine. It begins by understanding you, which is truly you. You can select the option that best represents how you're feeling, and in response, it becomes the larger picture of mindful which builds over time. So if you select happy, it gives you a positive affirmation. If you are calm, it gives you another message. Neutral is where most of us land to be. A steady heart is a strong one. You are just doing fine today. And more often, you need nothing but someone to say just this one line. And especially when you are sad and stressed, there needs to be someone who reminds you to take a slow deep breath, unclench, and tell that we are there to help you out. So, this is a tranquil space built to help you breathe, organize your day, and grow at your own pace. The second section includes our statistics, where we include the notes recall, the active targets, the wellness streaks, and the focus relaxation. This leads to other pages of our website, which I am going to explain you in a minute. Every time you land on a dashboard, you are flooded with lots and lots of affirmations. And sometimes affirmations are the ones which help you get ahead. They light the matchstick, and it's your task to light your candle with their help. For example, let's read one of them. You don't have to control your thoughts, you just have to stop letting them control you. Now, this is a shortcut to all the special features I have on my website, that we have on our website. And there are two guided sessions which will help you out in your day. So, let's get going. Let's explore this in detail. Now, we come to one of the most personal parts of mindful, the notes and reflection diary. Because mindfulness isn't about just tracking numbers or completing sessions. Sometimes you simply need a space to put your thoughts into words. And that's exactly what this section is for. Here you can write down anything that you want to remember. How your day went, what's on your mind, and something you are grateful for, a thought you don't want to lose, or a simple reflection about yourself. And the important part is that this isn't about writing something perfect, it's about being honest with yourself. Your diary becomes a personal space that grows with you, a record of your thoughts, your reflections, and little moments that might otherwise get forgotten. So, while the other sections of Mindful help you measure and understand your journey, the notes and reflection diary gives you a place to actually express it. And I think this is what makes it truly personal, because at the end of the day, mindful isn't totally about knowing what you are doing. It is also about taking a moment to ask yourself, what am I thinking? What am I feeling and what do I want to carry forward? There are some examples which I have listed in here, like you can vent anything and you can tag it by anything. Like, see, if you tag it by inspired, you tag your note by inspired. Here it turns out to be inspired. It also notes the time where when you wrote it. If you write grateful, it becomes grateful. Then, like, these are a few examples which you can write in your notes and reflection diary. And here comes my personal favorite part of the entire website, the private vent box. I wanted Mindfull to have a space where you don't have to perform, explain yourself, or pretend that everything's okay. You simply show up as you are. And this is your private space to express whatever is on your mind, your worries, your frustrations, confusion, dreams, setbacks, ideas, or even things that are difficult to put into words. And here's what makes it different: there is no judgment here, no criticism, no expectations, no pressure to have the right answer. And it's just a space where you can be completely honest with yourself. But I didn't want the private vent box to simply stop at listening. Because when something is sitting heavily on your mind, there are really two directions you can take. You can either choose to let it go or to acknowledge it, process it, and allow it to dissolve instead of carrying forward. Or you can turn it into an action. Take that thought, take that frustration, that uncertainty, and transform it into something constructive. A small decision, a clear goal, or a next practical step. Because sometimes what we need isn't other person telling us what to do. We simply need space that helps us hear ourselves clearly. And that is what I wanted the private vent box to become. Not someone who judges you, not someone who defines you, but a quiet space that helps you express, reflect, release, and when you are ready, move forward. Because every thought you carry doesn't have to stay with you. Some can be released, some can be transformed, and some can become the beginning of something better. And that's the idea behind the private vent box. And honestly, I feel this is the heart of Mindfull. Like, if I tell you an example, like, oh, thoughts which you can let it go is: there was one friend who made me feel down in my school. Okay. Now, one thing is dissolve and let it go, right? You dissolve it, it literally disappeared in front of you. And if I say the same thing, there was one friend who made me feel low in my school today. And if I tell him to convert it into actionable steps, there is something great which you are going to get in amounts of minutes and seconds. Okay, now this is the most favorite part: the comfort and supportive coach. Now just read it. It is incredibly hurtful when someone we consider friend makes us feel down, especially during a busy school day. Please know that how they treated you is a reflection of their own inner state and not your true worth. Take a deep breath, wrap yourself in some gentle self compassion tonight. Now, he gives you 3 tasks which you can do right now to make your emotions dissolve. And that is what I really love about this. I'm sure that this would be also your personal favorite about Mindfull. And now we move on to a part of Mindfull that is all about bringing you back to the present moment. First, we have the box breathing guide. Sometimes you don't need more information, you just need to pause. And the breathing guide creates a quiet space where you can slow down and follow a natural rhythm and give yourself a moment to simply breathe. Along the way, Mindfull gives you thoughts to reflect upon, gentle prompts that encourages you to step away from the noise and reconnect with what's happening within you. And you can use this as a short meditation, a reset between tasks, or simply few intentional minutes in your day. And I wanted the experience to feel organic. So, no rush, no overwhelming instructions, just breathe, rhythm, reflection, and a little space for yourself. Then, we also have some live organic soundscapes, the deep rain hum, the theta rest wave, and the celestial warmth, which plays natural sound waves. Moving on to time to shift from reflection to productivity. We have the Pomodoro Study Focus because studying for hours without a break doesn't necessarily mean studying effectively. The focus timer helps you break your study session into structured periods of concentration and rest. You focus, you take a break, and then you move ahead. Whether you need a few peaceful minutes to breathe or focused study session to get your work done, these tools are built around one simple idea. Be present when you pause, be intentional when you focus. And that balance between calm and concentration is what makes Mindfull more than just a website. It becomes a space where you can reset, refocus, and move forward. The next is a refresh corner, a 5-minute escape from the study stress. This space is designed gently to disconnect you from your academics and give your mind something completely different to engage with. You'll find simple, playful challenges like the daily riddle, the logic sequence, the memory maths puzzle, along with reset activities that help you change your environment. Things like aligning your workspace, creating a 3 steps tidy space, organizing your study guides, or simply dimming the lights and lighting a candle. Nothing academic, nothing demanding. Just 5 minutes to reset your mind, refresh your attention, and come back feeling lighter. Because sometimes the smartest thing you do for your productivity is stop studying for a moment. And next is a gratitude and garden planner, the most aesthetic part of the website. It nurtures the positive mental loops and plants thankful thoughts, manages your academic checklist, and sees your digital milestones that materialize in a colorful aesthetic landscape. So this is the tree of gratitude where you can plant flowers. I'm extremely grateful for my family. You plant a thought, you bloom a tree. Next, you have daily wellness tasks like complete my exercise, complete this, complete that, right? And you have long term milestone targets like 3 hours of instant physics every day, log increment 1. And until 30 days, you keep filling your logs until it becomes 30 and gives you an achievement in the accomplishments section. Okay, so this was all about Mindfull, and before signing out, I would like to tell you that sooner or later we are going to come up with this website for you all, and I want you to just keep waiting, and in a few days you will be here using this website to plan your own day, not like any other apps, not like the typical planners, not something with unrealistic demands and unrealistic expectations. It's something which understands you, your emotions, your space, and it truly makes it your personal space. Presenting Mindfull in front of you. Thank you.